Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Downers Grove Township meeting. And I would like to welcome everybody here. We will call this meeting to order. It is 7:02 actually. Sorry about that, we're late. Could everybody please rise and say the Pledge of Allegiance with me? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. And I am light because everybody says they can never hear me when I talk. So can you guys hear me in the back?
Yes.
Yay. All right, could we have a roll call to establish the quorum, please?
Supervisor Savage,
Here.
Trustee Zerba,
Here.
Trustee Moreno, here, Trustees Stoll, here, and Trustee Friel.
Here.
All right, we have a quorum. Now we will call for public comment. I have a list of people who have signed in for public comment, so I will call them first, and then I will ask if anybody else has any comments. So first I would like to call Lorraine Grimsby, our former clerk.
Thank you, everyone. I want to stand close enough. We're here.
Okay, you want to stand on camera?
First, I'm not sure if all of you have been out to the cemetery. I want to speak about the Oak Crest Cemetery. I was a trustee here for 4 years, and then the township clerk for 8 years. And over the years, we've been, back in 21, myself, Mike Hahn, we initially went out there with our sawzalls and started cutting down garbage along the fence. I figured it was a good way of entertainment and exercise. But anyway, the cemetery was in quite disarray. Now, the legal issue that we have that you're aware of, and this is the property that Mr. Bernard is looking to purchase.
He has
because, and then there's some pictures to take a look at. This was from 21. This is how some of it had grown out so much from the fence. And so some of the headstones were covered up. The last 3 years we've had piles of limbs that have appeared on the property. And people have blown leaves out from the yard onto the cemetery that we had to clean up. And now these are the 2 homes that have purchased the property and signed the fence agreements. And this is just another one there. And this is where we were out there in October with the attorneys and kind of, marking it off. But then the land surveyor, after he did the final survey, that's when he came up with that diagram for the, footage, because he had bought an additional 21 feet. So anyways, but that starting in 2017, the current lawn service that we have had a habit of cutting around weeds and trees in the spring and throughout the summer. And so there were areas where from 5 to 12 feet it was out into the cemetery property from the overgrowth. Well, anyway, and then when we got it towards back, that's when Mr. Bernardo had gave us a little brief about cutting the garbage trees down and cleaning up. And he even mentioned at one point that he had been maintaining it for a lot of years, but actually he had only owned the property for, at that time, maybe about 6 years. And every year more plants are being planted. But everything that I'm seeing here tonight, there's pictures in the Brooks file and documentation to support everything. So you can go back and look at how that was and how much work has been done. And some of the other people back here are residents that came to one of our cleanup, and they all volunteered. We had Boy Scout group many times. So, but anyways,
We got 3 minutes.
okay, so I'm here because Mr. Bernard had gotten an attorney, and so things were dragged out, and this wasn't completed before he took office. And so I'm here to ask that you have the last piece of fence put in. It has already been paid for. The fence agreement signed by Mr. Bernardo and Dr. Johnson. They paid everything, the deeds, everything. So I don't understand why. I know he had asked if he could also have a gate put in on his property. And in discussing that, our conclusion was that the rules apply to everybody. And if you make an exception for one person, then you open up the gate that everybody has the same rights. And not everybody wanted the fence, so that would, but anyways, and basically, I think fences make good neighbors. So I'm asking for, to keep and go ahead and finish the project.
Thank you.
And we'd like to keep our cemetery beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is Teresa McClear, former trustee.
Hi, I'm Teresa McClear. I am a former trustee and resident of the township, and I just wanted to reiterate what Maureen said about the agreement. So there's an agreement, and it's been signed, as well as a check for Mr. Bernardo to purchase property. And also just wanted for the record that payment has been made through the township for the purchase of the fence. So we're just waiting for it to be installed. And this was something that was discussed at the May meeting, and Mr. Bernardo had the opportunity to speak. He reiterated that this was his wishes. So I'm just here for the record to confirm that information.
Thank you. All right, next I have Mike Hahn.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Michael Hahn. I live at 4040 Glendenning in Dodders Road. I've done some volunteer work at the cemetery with Lorraine, and I must say that that section in question was a total mess with all kinds of debris from the neighbors over in that yard, and I hate to see that turned back to the way it was. So I came here mostly to support Lorraine and hope that that cemetery remains as good as it is right now. Thank you.
Thank you. Great. John Irving.
As the supervisor knows, I'm the CEO of Team Impact Solutions, LLC. And for years, we had a contract with the township, and the contract terminated 15th of April. We don't owe arrears, and we're entitled to that payment. All of the documentation proves that claim is in possession of the supervisor. I'll address the board address the issue. That's the issue.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to make a public comment that did not sign up? Okay, we will move on. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes from the board meeting of May 5th, 2025 as presented? Carol so moved.
Second.
Rick Friel seconds. Any discussion? All in favor? Okay, The motion passes. Oh, that was supposed to be a roll call. They all agree. All right. Motion to approve the trustee audit and approval of bills and claims as presented. Can we have a roll call, please?
Okay. Supervisor Savage,
Yes.
trustee Zerba,
Yes.
trustee Moreno,
Yes.
trustee Soul,
Yes.
trustee Creel.
Yes.
Okay. We will move on then to the supervisor report. And I will make a report. For anybody who does not know me, I am Kim Savage. I'm the newly elected supervisor. And I want to thank everybody for the opportunity to serve and to those who have help us make a pleasant transition to the role. The staff in the supervisor's office who chose to stay on board have been extremely helpful, and they show great enthusiasm for their work every day. Assessor Bolts and his staff have also been gracious and welcoming, assisting us in making a smooth transition and in navigating a daily scavenger hunt. One person resigned on May 16th. We started on May 19th. And Supervisor Coltrap eliminated another position effective May 16th. I have posted both vacancies and had conducted interviews. I can report that we had one person start this week, and we will be starting another person next week. And that is just vital to keeping the office flow going, because it tends to be very busy when we are signing up people for passport appointments and senior programs and so on and so forth. All of the trustees, as well as the clerk and myself, have completed the Open Meetings Act and the Freedom of Information Act training offered by the Illinois Attorney General's office. All of the newly elected officials attended a half-day training sponsored by the Metropolitan Trustees Association on May 3rd. The clerk and I attended an all-day training by the Township officials of Illinois on June 17th. The clerk attended an all-day clerk training on June 21st, and I attended a half-day training from the Metropolitan Trustees Association on June 21st. I've also met with the township supervisors of DuPage County as a group, and all of these meetings have been very helpful in learning how to proceed. I've also had the opportunity to meet with the Senior Citizens Advisory Committee, the Cemetery Foundation Board, and the Fish Food Pantry Operating Committee. All of these groups are passionate about what they do and about serving the residents of the township. I've met a number of community groups and learning about what their missions are and how we can work together. And I'm looking forward in the next few weeks to meeting with some people from the board of the Ray Graham Foundation, who do a lot of excellent programming for people with developmental disabilities. I followed up on the resolution from last month to complete the fence line and property transfer agreements. Former Clerk Grimsby has been extremely helpful in facilitating the completion of that project, including removal of a tree, a buckthorn tree, from the fence line, and providing me with the contact information from which the fencing was ordered and paid for already. It has not yet been installed because one of the property owners was unhappy with the process and was planning to speak in public comment tonight, but something came up and he is not here this evening. In addition to posting notice of the meeting and agenda, we posted the full text of all resolutions and ordinances being voted on. It is our intention to continue with that process. Next month, I hope to present a resolution to establish a Youth Services Advisory Committee and a Mental Health Advisory Committee, and we'll also have a presentation from our General Assistance Program. May has been a very busy month, and currently there are 10 general assistance clients, but for the fiscal year starting on May 21st, March 1st, I'm sorry, there have been 34 general assistance visits. There have been 14 emergency assistance visits with over $5,000 granted, $13,609 granted for general assistance. And then we've done additional assistance with Walmart gift cards, food cards, Township gas cards, and quite a number of other things. And there's a NICOR sharing program for seniors, and there are a number of things that we are doing with the Salvation Army that provide assistance to people in need. So it has been a very busy time for that. For passports, the June passport totals included 31 passport application acceptance, 18 passport renewal assistance, 62 calls received, 22 calls made, 1 photo only, for a total of 134 contacts. In May, there were 88 total contacts, April, 218 total contacts, and in March, 185 contacts. So they have all been very busy. And then somewhere I have senior center stuff. The senior center, year to date from January 1st, has had 6,408 visits through June 20th. And it ends up averaging it out to about 200 or a little over 200 people per week. Some weeks it's actually a lot more than that. Are there any questions from the trustees? Okay, I think that was it for my report. So we will move on to the assessor report. Our assessor, Greg Boltz, is here with us today. I hope you all had a chance to meet him.
All right, hi everybody, and thank you for coming. Again, my name is Greg Boltz, I'm your assessor, and it has been an exciting time in the last, it seems like it's been about 3 or 4 months, but I think it's been about a month, right? We've been working together well, and excuse me. I have a short report tonight, so hopefully everybody's happy about that, because again, there's not a lot of exciting things in the assessment world. I will tell you that we uploaded our books today to the county, and what that means for all the new faces, it means that the county will now be processing things for us and taking a look at stuff. There's 9 townships in the county. The first one that's going to officially close this book and do the next step and way to publish in the paid newspapers will be Bloomingdale Township. We'll be second in line. We're the largest township by approximately 20% over the next largest township. So we're going to be second in line. We anticipate that process to be published sometime toward the end of August, early September. We really are contingent upon how the county can process and get everything done in newspapers and everything, so we don't have an official date yet. But that means after we publish, there's a 30-day period where residents have the ability to contact us, and we encourage them to contact us prior to filing appeals so we can kind of work out issues with them. Because if there's a legitimate reason that their assessment has some problem, maybe they have one less bathroom than we think they have, or they have less square footage, or whatever the case might be, we want to do everything we can to work that out, because it saves time and tax dollars for the board of review to have to be able to deal with an appeal when there's something that is fairly worked out at our level. And Chris White, who is here still, I believe, our chief of the residential area. Chris, are you still here? Oh, there she is there in the back. She came out tonight and get a chance to say hi to everybody. And I'm blessed with a fantastic team. And because everybody knows that's ever worked with people in their office, we can only get as much done as we can with our team. So I am truly blessed with a fantastic team of people that are committed to the residents and work extremely hard to get everything we possibly can done in the 30 days. After we get done with that, they'll start scheduling appeals. It'll happen in, however fast the county can get it done. The county has a great group of people, and they've continued to perform fantastic for us to be able to schedule the appeals as fast as possible. And if all goes well, we will have our appeal season done prior to the holidays, which really works out nice because then the residents and the team are not working 6-7 days a week trying to process appeals when everybody else is out celebrating the holidays and having time with their families. So that can't get done without the amazing work that the team has done. Again, Chris, thank you for you and everybody else. And it was actually processed in about 3.5 months, which is the fastest we were ever able to do that. Used to be about 9 months, going back about 8 or 9 years. So the team, again, I want to say thank you to the team. I won't list everybody's names, they get mad at me when I do that. But I know Chris is probably not happy being identified here tonight since he pointed out. But again, it's truly a blessing to work with great people in the office that care so much. So I think, Supervisor, that's about all I have, unless anybody, well, I guess I don't do questions, right? So unless you have any questions, the board or the supervisor or anybody on the board, attorney, Jeff, it's good to see you, known you for a long time. So if anybody has any questions that you get back for me, I'd be happy to answer them. Otherwise, welcome, and I look forward to working with each of you. And again, I would welcome you to come over and meet the team, as we talked about earlier. They're a great group of people. None of us are perfect. So I told you all individually, I think Kim and I talked a lot. I'll tell you first, I'm not perfect, but I've got a great team that we all back each other up so we can catch things that are going on and make sure that when the product goes, when we finally get done, it's as near perfect as we can be. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Bolt. And I will point out on day one, he made sure that I got to the Westmont Chamber of Commerce breakfast at 7:30 in the morning. That's how I started out.
Her first day. She started at 7:30 in the morning.
Again, very, very cordial, making sure that I knew about it, that I got there, and introducing me to people. So thank you for that.
I was impressed that she started at 7:30 in the morning as an elected official. It was pretty cool, but yeah, she had a chance to meet the people in Westmont and stuff, and it's a major town in our district.
All right, so we will move on to the Highway Commissioner report. Highway Commissioner Tom Klistek.
Thank you, Kim. For those who don't know me, I'm Tom Klistek. I almost said alderman, but I'm not the alderman. I'm the Highway Commissioner for Downers Grove Township. I started my day, first day on the job, actually a little earlier, 5:15. I received a phone call from the sheriff of a tree blocking the road on Midway in Willowbrook. So one of my responsibilities as the highway commissioner is, and one of the main responsibilities, to make sure our roads are clean and passable during any storms or any tree falling down. So my wake-up call was 5:15 from DUCOM, DuPage County Sheriff's Association, telling me that there is a tree on Midway and we'd like you to remove it because residents can't get out. So that was my start of the day. So as I'm out there removing the tree, talking to the team, I was actually driving down Concord Avenue off Cass Avenue, if anyone knows where that's at. That's in Darien. And noticed a bunch of Darien equipment out there. And as many of you know, I used to be the alderman for the city of Darien, so I gave the director a call, Mr. Van Gombach, and said, hey, your road butts up right to the township, and you have the equipment already out there, and this section of the road in front of Concord Elementary School is really, really bad. Is there any way we can do an intergovernment agreement so you can go another 50 feet and get some of our roads done? And Dan emails their attorney, and they talked to the contractor since they already had equipment out there, and Chris Trum, their supervisor, said absolutely. So they quickly wrote up an agreement within a day, and I signed it. And so now if you have a chance maybe tomorrow morning to go down Concord Avenue, you'll notice that the first 50 feet has already been redone of Township Road, 70 feet of curb and gutter for $2,800. I mean, you can't beat that. That's like day one of being at a job here as the Township Highway Commissioner. A couple other accomplishments here. We've also introduced an iWork software. And what that does is when a resident calls in, I document that phone call and we issue out a work request. Prior to that, it wasn't really well tracked. So now I can tell the resident that yes, we received your request for a culvert that is blocked. that is documented, and that is assigned someone to go out and get it done. So we can give the residents a time frame to get that accomplished, and if it gets missed, then we can go back and make sure things that are missed are not missed. So really proud of that. I want to do a little bit more training with the team because a few people know how to use the software, but it's important that everyone knows how to use the software there. We also received 3 calls of compliments addressing some problems that have been around for a long, long time that we addressed the first month on the job, so really excited about that. We issued over 30 entrance permits and waivers as well, so part of my responsibility here is if you get go to DuPage County and get a permit, they will ask you to go to the highway department to get an entrance permit. And what I'm looking for the entrance permit is make sure you don't break our roads, okay? So for example, you're doing a driveway, you're doing a patio, you're doing a pool, and you have that concrete truck that goes out there, right? And it just ends up breaking that asphalt, you are held responsible to fixing that. So there's a bond that is put up by the resident, and we go back and we inspect to make sure that it's not broken and we get that bond back. And so that is part of the process from DuPage County to get a permit. So we issued 30 of those last month. And also construction season, so it's to be expected. And then managed to make it to 3 associations. So one of the things in this role, I want to make sure I'm more visible. So I made it to Timberlake Association, also with our wonderful township supervisor, and Mr. Bull spoke at it as well. So as part of township government, we all make sure we're part of the community. We're speaking to all the associations, and so people know what we do, what we're responsible for, and how we can help them as a township. And then lastly but not least, I have a list of unfortunately 10 trees that will be taken down that are dead or need to be fixed. So these are trees that were called in that need to be taken down. But what's unique about it here is that I'm making sure we have at least a minimum of 10. And the reason for that is it saves us taxpayer dollars. So I can go out and quote someone taking 10 trees versus individually going out there and they're charging us quite a bit of money. So all these trees are dead and unfortunately have to be taken down. So that's my report, and it's been a busy first 30 days and first day on the job as well. Any questions, comments? All right, thank you.
Okay.
All right, we will now, we don't have any old business. I will move on to new business, and the first item, I would like a motion for resolution 2025-0626-1, which is the Downers Grove Township Public Participation at Board Meetings resolution.
I will move approval of resolution 2025-0626-1.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
And Rick seconded. All right, is there any discussion on it? Can I have a roll call, please?
Yes. Supervisor Savage?
Yes?
Trustee Zerba?
Yes.
Trustee Moreno?
Yes.
Trustee Soul?
Yes.
Trustee Friel?
Yes.
All right, next we will move on to resolution 2025-026-2, Downers Grove Township 2025 meeting schedule. This is an amended meeting schedule, and we are going to move the meetings from the 3rd Thursday of the month to the 3rd Monday of the month, starting at 7 p.m., starting in July. So the meeting date changes are July 21st, August 18th, September 15th, October 20th, November 17th, and December 15th. Is there a motion to approve?
I will move approval of resolution 2025-0626-2.
I second.
Michelle seconds. All right, any discussion? Roll call, please.
Supervisor Savage?
Yes?
Trustee Zerba?
Yes.
Trustee Moreno?
Yes.
Trustee Soul?
Yes.
Trustee Friel?
Yes.
All right, next we have resolution 2025-0626-3, Downers Grove Township appointment of township attorney. Is there a motion to approve?
I'll move the approval of resolution RES-2025-06263, Downers Grove Township appointment of township attorney.
Second.
Kevin seconds. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Supervisor Savage.
Yes?
Trustee Zerba.
Yes.
Trustee Moreno.
Yes.
Trustee Sol.
Yes.
Trustee Friel.
Yes.
All right, next we have Resolution 2025-0626-4, Downers Grove Township authorizing of banking facilities for township funds. These authorized banks are the same ones that have been used by the township, which would be the Hinsdale Bank and Trust, Old Second Bank, and Old National Bank. Is there a motion to approve the resolution?
So moved.
Rick Friel moves. Kevin Zerba seconds. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Supervisor Savage.
Yes?
Trustee Zerba.
Yes.
Trustee Moreno.
Yes.
Trustee Sol.
Yes.
Trustee Friel.
Yes.
Okay, next we have Resolution 2025-0626-6, Downers Grove Township authorization of agent to the Illinois Municipal Retirement Fund. Is there a motion? Oh, did I move this?
It's supposed to be 5.
Oh, 5, sorry. Resolution 2025-0626-5, Downers Grove authorization of bank signers that would allow myself, Kim Savage, and Kevin Zerba to be the signers for the township, and that would be at the same banks that we already had.
So moved.
Okay, Michelle moves.
Second.
Rick seconds. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Supervisor Savage.
Yes?
Trustee Zerba.
Yes.
Trustee Moreno.
Yes.
Trustee Sol.
Yes.
Trustee Friel.
Yes.
Right now, Resolution 2025-0626-6, Downers Grove Township authorization of agent to the Illinois Municipal Retirement Fund. Is there a motion?
I'll move the approval of resolution 2025-0626-6, authorization of agent to the Illinois IMRF.
Okay.
Second.
Rick seconds. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Supervisor Savage.
Yes?
Trustee Zerba.
Yes.
Trustee Moreno.
Yes.
Trustee Sol.
Yes.
Trustee Friel.
Yes.
All right. Next, we have Resolution 2025-0626-7, Downers Grove Township Freedom of Information Act Resolution. The basics of the FOIA resolution are the same, that anybody can submit a proper request in writing for a FOIA request, and we gave suggestions on how to do that. And we are also designating Amanda Rodebush as Chief FOIA Officer and Katie Bartlett as Deputy FOIA Officer. Is there a motion to approve?
Approved.
Michelle moves.
Second.
Carol seconds. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Supervisor Savage.
Yes?
Trustee Zerba.
Yes.
Trustee Moreno.
Yes.
Trustee Sol.
Yes.
Trustee Friel.
Yes.
Okay. Next, we have ordinance 2025-06-1, which is Downers Grove Township ordinance establishing a flat inspection fee for a permit requiring activities in the township road right-of-way, and they are establishing a flat fee of $50. Is there a motion to approve the ordinance?
So moved.
Rick moves. Kevin seconds. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Supervisor Savage.
Yes?
Trustee Zerba.
Yes.
Trustee Moreno.
Yes.
Trustee Sol.
Yes.
Trustee Friel.
Yes.
All right. Next, we have ordinance 2025-0626-2, an ordinance establishing responsible bidder requirements on township public works projects. There has already been a responsible bidder ordinance on record, and this is just updating that record. Is there a motion?
I would like to move approval of ordinance 2025-06-26-2, responsible bidder.
Kevin seconded first. Any discussion? All right, roll call, please.
Supervisor Savage,
Yes?
trustee Zerba,
Yes.
trustee Moreno,
Yes.
trustee Sol,
Yes.
trustee Friel.
Yes.
Okay, those are all of the action items we have on the agenda. Is there any other new business from the board? We would not be able to take action on any other business items at this time. All right, with that in mind, we do not have any closed session business. So is there a motion to adjourn? Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor? All opposed? All right, we are adjourned, and would everybody please eat some more food? Our staff member in the back, Ty James, helped set that up, and Katie Bartlett, who is here, have helped us with today's meeting. Thank you.
I forgot one thing I'd like to say, it can be after the meeting's over now, but I
Okay.
just wanted to remind everybody of something.
I usually try to remind everybody that we do have some exemptions, that, and I don't want to judge anybody's ages or anything, but we do have what's called a senior exemption, that if you're 65 or older, and the only requirement is to be 65 or older and to own your home and to have the residential exemption. So if you think you might qualify for that, please reach out. You can talk to me tonight, or you can call my office and we can help you get set up with that. There's also a low-income senior freeze, which if you qualify for the homestead exemption, residential exemption, it's called the senior exemption, then, and your whole total household income is less than 65,000 total, then you could have your assessment freeze going forward. Not the taxes, but the rate of change. Oh, sorry. Thank you. Thanks, Mandy. But again, I usually try to remember that, but we're kind of at a critical time right now. And not that everybody in here doesn't look like we're all 21 years old. So again, I'm not judging age in any way, shape, or form. But I would, just in case you happen to know somebody that's 65 or older, you can let them know. But again, it's very important because it's now the state legislature has increased the residential exemption to 8,000 AV and the senior exemption is 8,000 AV. So that's 16,000 AV, meaning assessed value, which can have big impact, especially, for instance, if we're in a townhome or a condo. That could be a big percentage of the value of your assessed value of your home. So again, please check into the senior exemption. Yes.